know why you're here. Why we are all here.
Star Trek Beyond. The crew of the Enterprise is back. The story is quite simple, to be honest. And the story is all about Star Trek Enterprise after the 2.5 years journey. So they plan to have a short rest. Then there was this so-called alien attack. Star Trek Enterprise crew crash landed into an unknown, uncharted planet. And then now they are stranded and they have to find a way back. It's as simple as that. The storyline is very, very simple to understand. But the thing that you need to appreciate in this film is the acting, the storytelling, and then the actions. Those are the three main things that you have to appreciate in this movie. Surprisingly, I find myself, I was not totally entertained. I will be elaborating that a little bit later. All of the returning cast is back. Some of the new and more impressive cast. I'm not going to name all the cast who has returned, such as Chris Pine and the others. I'm going to name some of the newer cast. Okay, you have Idris Elba playing the baddie, who will be here only for one film, to be honest. Then you have Sofia Boutella. I'm sorry if I butcher her name. Sofia Boutella, playing as the white chick in the literally white chick in this film. I think that she will be returning in the upcoming sequels, and I confirm that there will be sequels. Okay, I've been J.J. Abraham fan from in Mission Impossible 3 all the way to Star Trek. Yeah, the Star Trek. I really enjoy his version of Star Trek since Star Trek and Star Trek Into Darkness. Star Trek Into Darkness was my second favorite film of that year. But sadly, this film is not directed by JJ, so it's directed by Justin Lin, who gave you a lot of the Fast and the Furious series, which I'm not a total fan of it, but I didn't hate it, I didn't love it, I'm just meh. Okay, to be frankly, when I watched this film, I was very, very excited. From the first trailer, I only watched one trailer of this film, which had the Beastie Boys soundtrack, which was the trailer did sell me quite well, because it was trying to tell you that it will be a very, very fun film. So which really brought me into it. I wanted to watch a very, very fun film. I was having a very, very high hope. Yeah, a lot of hope entering this film, because I was a very big fan of Star Trek Into Darkness. So I was like putting all my money into this film. So when I entered the film, about halfway of the film, I started to feel like this film felt like a TV episode instead of a movie episode. But there are certain moments in the film that really translated well as a movie episode. But at the end of the day, it felt like an episode that you can skip out of. That being said, I felt like this film is still enjoyable in certain areas. So the storyline was quite simple. Is that I want to talk about a few things. Like, I will be segmenting into 4 sections. The first act of you can say for the first act of the film, where the Star Enterprise started to crash landed into the unknown planet. That was really intense, but slightly too long for my taste. It was slightly too long for my taste, but it was really good. You can see, you totally see a lot of the alien spaceship. Honestly, that alien spaceship had very great designs. It was very, very creative. So that scene was very, very good in terms of intensity. It was really good. Then when you started to enter the second act, where the Star Enterprise crew already crash landed into the planet, and then they were trying to regroup. Certain part of that moment was good, especially when it comes to like Bone and Spock. Their chemistry was good, because finally you get to see them try to have a stronger relationship. That is where I like it. But certain part of that moment I felt is a little bit off and wasn't told properly. There are certain actions that were there, but I don't think that it was properly well done. Following the third act, which was a bit off. Still a bit off, where the Enterprise crew, when they regroup and then they try to send back into space, and then just like that, it wasn't too fancy, I think. And then following the fourth act, I'm not going to spoil you the fourth act. Fourth act was very well done, to be honest. But it wasn't well done to the point it's like Star Trek Into Darkness kind of intensity kind of feel. It was just there, because the way I felt is like it's just a normal action ending. Once I put that out aside, I'm going to talk about the CGI. The CGI in this movie wasn't done well. It's not like Into Darkness done very, very well. Certain moments of certain CGI in this film was done very, very well, but you can and some moments there were CGIs that didn't done well at all. Particularly the Captain Kirk was riding the motorcycle or the bike. That scene wasn't well done. I can totally tell that the CGI wasn't done very well. Okay, I want to say one thing about this film. I find that this film, there's a lot of black moments. What I meant that black moments is like, it's very, very dark. There's not a lot of light in the film. Maybe the effect was because I was watching in the cinema, so that's why it was darker. To the point that there's a lot of details in the film wasn't shining. Let me explain this slightly stronger. In the first half, where the ship started to crash landed into the unknown uncharted planet, there were a lot of dark scenes. To the point it was very, very dark, to the point you cannot see the special effect of it. So I don't feel like I'm honestly speaking from the heart. I never like those kind of scenes because there's a lot of details in the film that didn't really shine out. Maybe it's to really to cover up the CGI. I don't really appreciate these kind of moments at all. But strange enough to say that the film in the dark moments in Star Trek Into Darkness was very, very well done. But in this film, it's kind of a bit of maybe there were too many dark scenes, so the CGI was, so you don't see a lot of details at all. I wish that this film had a lot of light. A lot of light moments. Like in the fourth act of the film, there were a lot of light moments where you can totally see the details of the film to the point that makes you believe in it. So that is what I wanted. So in the first half, I don't feel that at all. But with that aside, I don't really hate this film. Is it a nice addition to the Star Trek rebooted? Yes, it is. But is it worth to go and watch it in the cinema? Really depends on you. For me, it's not a must go to the cinema and watch kind of film. This is the kind of film where you can just lay back on your couch and then just watch the film. So, but it's not into Star Trek Into Darkness where I watched like 2 to 3 times. 2 times in the cinema and 1 time when I bought the Blu-ray. So this is how I feel at least. But this one, I can just like skip it over. At the end of the day, I'm still giving Star Trek Beyond a 6 out of 10. So have y'all watched Star Trek Beyond? And tell me which Star Trek in the rebooted series, which one of it is your favorite, and maybe you guys can comment down below and tell me which one is your favorite, and maybe guys can elaborate, and then maybe we can share opinions about it, and then maybe check one of my other movie reviews as well, and subscribe to my channel to see more future content, and I'll see you all next time.